Rumors are that allegedly Porsha is plotting a plan B to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I talked to some of my sources to ask them what exactly should her plan B be, and they told me the following things that we're going to discuss right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. If you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Porsha is planning a plan B to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. I talked to some of my sources to ask them what exactly her plan should be, and they had the following things to say. And here it goes. Now that it's official that Porsha won't be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta next season, sources are speculating what could be her next move. She has to have a plan B, or her career as a reality TV star is over. You can miss one season, and maybe even two, but almost 3 seasons is a big no, said the source. Why the number 3? Well, Porsha hasn't technically filmed with the Real Housewives of Atlanta ladies since 2020. So, being out the loop of the cast for that long is never a good look. Has it been done before? Yes. However, said the source, the working cast formula never changed during those times for other castmates who returned to the show. It's a new playing field, and her old tricks don't match up. So, with the new cast formula, official word that she won't be returning, and with no spinoff in sight, what is Porsha's plan B? Can she reroute the ship, or is it too late? Well, one source said, right now, her only plan B is to focus on her relationship with Simon. Deciding to finally open up about the true nature of the relationship is the only way forward. But another source said that might be too late. Why? The interest from the public is no longer there. Real Housewives of Atlanta fans have officially moved on from the fakeness. They want something real. Without Porsha signaling that she's ready to be open and honest and even more transparent to her fans about the true nature of her relationship, Real Housewives of Atlanta fans may not be too nice or welcoming her back anytime soon, ended the source. Another industry insider suggested that Porsha's plan B should only consist of her trying with all her might to get back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise immediately. It may take a lot of begging, pleading, and promising, but I think she can do it, said the source. Without Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha's avenues for staying relevant are slim to none. Everyone agrees that Porsha's most definitely overplayed her hand, and many can't really tell if she even wants to return back to the franchise. Sources believe that the intent is there, but not the actions that are signaling that she's ready to come back. Now, kinfolk, when my sources and I were talking over the weekend about the new developments of Porsha officially not coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta allegedly, a lot of people started thinking, what would be her plan B? One of my sources said that allegedly her and her team are working frantically behind the scenes in order to come up with a plan B before the end of the year is out. There may be some hope that she can return to the franchise mid-season. And also there is some hope that my sources are telling me that her team is having or thinking about her returning. And the reason why there's so much hope in her returning mid-season is because of this. First, the filming schedule has been thrown off a little bit since last season. And so right now, if we look at last season and how they filmed and how they introduced cast members and drama, they really were out of sync in some aspects. So my sources are telling me that Porsha could technically start filming if she can work out a deal sometime in November, and once the season premieres, they could edit it to make it seem as if she was there at day one filming with the cast. Now, the only issue with that is a deal probably won't be worked out anytime soon for Porsha. My sources are telling me that allegedly the network has officially moved on, and if they did bring Porsha back, it would be in a very limited way. Somewhat how they brought Lisa Wu back for a couple of episodes, and how they brought Apollo back for a couple of episodes. Now, those could be like little small test runs, but right now all that's up in the air. Now, Kinfolk, there's another part of this discussion that me and my sources were having in regards to Porsha's plan B. And a lot of people are speculating that, can Porsha even reroute her ship? Can she even right her wrongs? And most importantly, is she even wanting to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise? Because a lot of people say that she has not necessarily been signaling that she wants to come back, but she much more so has been signaling that she really does want a spinoff show or a special for her wedding. If you all notice that a lot of her posting as of late has a lot to pertain to her being Nigerian and her being a Nigerian African princess. But however, there's a second part of this discussion that we talked about that is very important, and it's this. Porsha, I think, understands that she needs some type of reality TV show vehicle at Bravo in order to remain relevant in the reality TV show world. Now, when we say relevant, we mean that in relevance to the culture and the reverence to the Bravo universe and the Real Housewives of Atlanta fan base, who helped to catapult her to stardom. And without her being seen on the network, that can put a dent in a lot of her opportunities that may have been tied to her and her presence as a Real Housewives of Atlanta star, or as a presence as a reality star for her own show. And the longer she stays off, the longer it may take her to regain a lot of those opportunities that she had in the past. A lot of opportunities that came to her very easily because she was very relevant on the show. Now, it all piggys back to the point of, does Porsha even want to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Now, some of my sources say that she has moved on from the show, and other sources say that she is definitely open to coming back. However, whichever rumor you believe, right now it's all speculation and alleged information. We can pretty much come to the conclusion that Porsha understands that she has to either be on a reality TV show with the Real Housewives of Atlanta or on her own show in order to make sure the money's coming in, to make sure the opportunities coming in to keep her relevant. Now, Kinfolk, there's another part of this discussion that me and my sources were talking about, and is a very important part to the aspect of moving forward as a franchise without Porsha. And it's a part of the rumor and the discussion that I think a lot of people have pretty much come to the conclusion of as well. And it's this. Everyone has pretty much come to the conclusion that the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise is pretty okay without Porsha being there. And that's a very important part that I think that a lot of people have started to realize, even Porsha. And what is the driving force for a lot of these rumors that me and my sources talked about last week was at the beginning of last season, the season's slow. It's not interesting. So it kind of kept Porsha's stock up. But as me and my sources were talking on yesterday, it's kind of like that narrative is officially gone. The ladies held steady at 1 million plus viewers each week once you count in live views, recordings, playback, and social media, and those who watch digitally. 1 million plus every week across the board. And you also saw 1 million plus for the reunion, which is very telling. Because if people thought the season was slow and not interesting, then they wouldn't have turned into the reunion, because they feel like it was nothing to really discuss at the reunion, so why are we watching? So that's one important thing that I think that a lot of people, including Porsha, has come to realize, that although she may be missed on the franchise, she's not technically needed back in a very immediate way. And so then moving forward, as my sources were saying, her plan B really should be to focus on her relationship with Simon. Now, all this is speculation because I, for one, personally, I just don't think that Porsha really wants to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Maybe, and also, I don't even think she really wants her own reality TV show spinoff. I think she'll be just fine with a wedding special somewhere where she can flaunt her lavish lifestyle and go back to live behind the scenes with Simon and living that very luxurious $1 million lifestyle. But Kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Porsha's plan B should be to get back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta at all costs? Or do you think that Porsha probably might be over the entire reality TV show world and that her plan B should just be making a successful marriage with Simon behind the scenes and living quietly and lavishly as she has been doing for the past year and a half now? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, Kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.